Hello, everybody. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about being a farmer's wife. I am just sitting on my couch right now, actually, with Caden because he was getting a little cranky. Actually, on this couch, I tend to do a lot of my hair and stuff. As you can see here, I have like 20 drinks and a curling iron and my mirror because it's super hard to try to go downstairs and get ready because my closet is actually a room downstairs, and it gets to be a little bit hard sometimes in the morning. So I've been kind of doing it up here. But I kind of wanted to talk about being a farmer's wife and what it's like to be married to a farmer. Well, first off, they normally leave early in the morning and you never know when they're going to get home. I have had so many times where people ask, "Oh, what time is Ben getting home? Do you guys want to go out to eat with us or anything?" And I'm always like, "I don't know. I have no idea when he's getting home." Sometimes it's at 7, sometimes it's at 11 p.m., sometimes it's been 3 o'clock before, but most of the time it's later than earlier. Or with a farmer, there is no such thing as an 8-hour workday. There is always 10+ hour workdays. 8 hours is not a real thing. You always know when you walk into a farmer's house based on decor, pretty much. Because right when you walk in, I don't know if you can see it, there's a farmer sign in our front door that says Browse Farms, and it has the little saying that on the 8th day God looked down on his planned paradise and said, "I need a caretaker, so God made a farmer." I actually bought that for Ben while we were dating. Super cute. You can put it, I got it on Etsy. I'm sure you can find them anywhere else, but that one was off of Etsy. So you can always tell a farmer based on what's in their house. If you go down to our basement where Ben's finishing up his man cave, there is a wall of tractors. And yes, sometimes he still does play with them, with his friends, with his farmer friends, I should say. So no matter how old you are as a farmer, you will still have a tractor collection of toys, and you will still play with them. Sorry if my voice sounds a little goofy. I have a cold right now, so my throat has been hurting a little bit, so I kind of sound a little wonky. But yep, no matter how old you are, my husband is 27 and he still has a room full of tractors. It is like 4 or 5 shelves full of tractors, and that's maybe half of them. He also gets super excited when he buys farming toys. Yes. One day he bought this, I think it was a grain truck, little toy. And he thought it was the coolest thing because apparently the box of that grain truck doesn't originally go on that toy truck. So it's custom made. So he had to show it to his friends because apparently it was so cool. Also, being a farmer, if you have kids, especially boys, a majority of their clothes are plaid shirts, jeans, and cowboy boots, or overalls. That is mainly what they wear, so they look like their dad. So you always know the farmer's kids based on that. Also, most of our kids' toys are tractors or tools. Carson has a couple of Craftsman tools that are like little kid ones, but they are so legit. The battery pack comes out of them. You can replace a blade on them. You can turn it on and off. It's pretty impressive, actually. That's that. They also have a lot of fire truck toys because my dad's a firefighter, but that's besides the point. But you always know, a farmer based on so many things. I love every second of being married to a farmer. It does get stressful at times because I don't know what most people say. There is no such thing as farming season. Yes, there is planting. Yes, there is harvest. But those are not just only crazy hours for him. his crazy hours are all year round. So I always get a little irritated when people, like wives complain about their husbands being gone for a long periods of time during planting or harvest because their husbands like farm. And I get so irritated because Ben is gone all year round, all the time. Because when he's not in the field, he has cattle, first of all, which take up other time. And he also works for a farmer at a seed plant cleaning seed in the winter. So no matter what, he's always farming. Oh, and then if he's not at work farming, he's at home farming because he has Farming Simulator. So if he's not farming at actual farming, he's farming on the TV. And he likes that one because he knows cheat codes to it so that he can have really expensive tractors and pretend that they're his in real life. So he's always a little kid. Farming is also one thing that I really like about farming is that it's not just a job, it's a lifestyle, it's a way of life, like, which is really cool. Other people, like, their job is just their job. Once they go home, they're done with it. With farming, it's not that way. You are constantly thinking of ways to, when he's home, he's like constantly thinking about farming. And I don't think he listens to me half the time because he's probably thinking about farming. Like, or maybe he just doesn't want to listen to me either. I guess that's probably a reason why too. But yeah, I figured I would just kind of share a little tidbit on what it's like to be a farmer's wife. It's definitely proud, but I guess I gotta add this too because this is actually really funny. When the cows get out, it is a real thing. The first time I hung out with Ben, I had a curfew of like midnight or 11, I don't remember. I had a curfew, and right before I was supposed to go home, Ben's cows got out, so he had to run home. So we were all in the truck. Ben, myself, and then another friend, we were all in his truck. We were driving out to their farm, and I just remember texting my mom, being like, I'm gonna be late because Ben's cows got out. And I was thinking, she's probably not even gonna believe me because this sounds so stupid. It just sounds like something made up, but no. The cows do get out. And that was the only time I've seen Ben run so fast. Like, I honestly would have never guessed that he could run that fast. That story was really good because then they left me in the truck on the highway because they jumped out of the vehicle, both him and his friend, to try to herd these cattle back, and a car was coming, and I had to try to turn the truck around when there was no power steering. Great day, like, but cows getting out is a real thing. It's definitely nice, though. The kids love being out on the farm. They love the animals. Eventually we're gonna move back out there sometime. It's just super hard to find a house. I guess that's another thing about being a farmer's wife, is that you're eventually gonna live out in the country. If you're not already, you will make it back out there, which I'm fine with because the country is nice. But that's a little tidbit of what it's like to be a farmer's wife and living with a farmer. So thank you for watching my video. Feel free to like and subscribe to my page. Thank you. Bye.